Well, this is the River Garran in the Shearer catchment.
Craig MACINTYRE spent years studying the rivers and lochs of Western Scotland, where he's made a disturbing find. These waters once teemed with 10,000 wild salmon, now only 1,000 remain. The cause? Sea lice, a parasite that latches onto the fish and eats them alive. 20 lice are enough to kill a fish. They occur naturally in salmon populations, but researchers say the arrival of salmon farms, like this on Loch Fyne, have led to a surge in lice.
Since the introduction of farmed salmon to this area, it's introduced a much greater number of potential hosts, and that has disrupted the balance between the parasite and the host to the detriment of the wild salmon.
There are between 2 to 3 million farmed salmon in this loch. When wild fish swim past these pens heading to the open sea, they pick up sea lice, and now fewer salmon are returning to spawn. The salmon industry employs a range of methods to control the lice: chemicals, cleaner fish and others. But some lice are showing resistance to treatment, and some control methods have killed the lice and the fish too. The problem's led to a drop in Scottish salmon production and a reported 50% increase in wholesale prices in the past year. Scottish Salmon, the owners of this farm that supplies supermarkets up and down the country, gave us a statement.
We are committed to the health and well-being of our salmon and invest heavily in a number of sustainable measures. We are involved in several innovative industry-leading projects to find sustainable long-term solutions to tackle the industry-wide challenge of sea lice.
But sea lice aren't the only problem affecting the salmon. Global warming is also devastating populations and contributing to the spread of the lice.
And between the late 1990s and the early 2000s, the average size of fish returning after 1 year at sea in the Norwegian Sea has fallen by about 1/3. And we can attribute this directly to anomalous warming of the North Atlantic and especially the Norwegian Sea.
The growing concerns about salmon come at a time in which the Scottish Government says that it wants to double the size of its aquaculture sector by 2030. And that means many, many more salmon farms. Add to that the concerns about the impact of global warming on the fish, and the future of Scotland's salmon looks incredibly bleak.
Neave, Al Jazeera in Western Scotland.